continue to be a man that observes misalignment at work and observes people without integrity, and you say nothing. These are things that they're little and subtle moments of the day that are powerful in our bigger picture. So when these moments of opportunity come, it is important that we step in and we embody our power and we speak with our truth. We stand in our power and we stand our ground. That is going to help these children to have something to look to for their own inspiration, for their own alignment. It's really important that you as parents stop catering to your children when they're out of alignment. Many of you do this because you're frustrated. You do this because you worry about what other people think. And you do it because it's what you probably did to your parents. And so you just think that it's okay. And it's really important that we stop this. For example, if you have a child and she's throwing a tantrum and she wants something, and you're at the store and you just, she's embarrassing you. You're like, hey, be quiet. Maybe I'll get it for you later, but not today. And then they keep throwing a tantrum. And then you're like, okay, fine, just get it. I've seen this so many times in stores, and I've seen it so many times at family gatherings where children are just out of alignment. I've seen it with young children to teenagers that are just completely out of alignment, disrespect their parents, talking down to them, demanding things, and then the parents are like, okay, honey. The important thing is that we start to see this, because it's not going to change anything on this planet if we continue to operate from this misalignment. And the most important thing your children need from you is consistency and integrity and a challenge. They need that challenge. It's, they're not going to grow and evolve and learn to respect you if you never challenge them. They are not going to grow to really respect you if you never encourage them in the healthy direction. So it's important that we see our role in that and the importance of that role and the amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? I just lost my words. But anyways, we really need to pay attention to how important that is, that we are living in alignment, because these children are counting on us. And we have so many sensitive, aware souls, children that came to this planet. They did not come here to conform. They did not come here to follow blindly. And our generation, or at least I can speak for my own generation, there was many that we were pushing on that and challenging that. And we're here to kind of assist and lead a shift to pave the way for this future generation. And it's important that we have the courage to move with integrity and with power, because if we're not doing that, they have nothing to look to. And these children are intelligent. They aren't going to just follow blindly. And you're going to have a lot of drama with these kids if you don't teach them alignment. So it's really important, like laws of attraction are in effect all the time. And if your child is in alignment and they want something, you let them know they can have anything they want and desire. Teach them that. Teach them the laws of attraction. Teach them to keep their focus on what they love and to trust that it's on the way. And when you have a heartfelt desire to give to them and give freely and generously. But if there is misalignment there and there's manipulation and they're trying to push you into giving to them, anyone, whether it's a child or a coworker, a friend, doesn't matter. When it's that energy, it's important that we do not give in that situation and that we explain why with love, that we lovingly and compassionately explain ourselves of why we cannot give in that situation when there is misalignment. Our children need to understand this. It's really important for them, and it will teach them to walk with power. It will teach them to create lives that they love and can be proud of, and to realize how powerful of creators they are. So that's something I just would love to encourage in each of you as parents and as teachers, is that you would really tune in and feel alignment and stop catering to misalignment. When we are creating another generation of controllers. Controller energies, manipulative energies cannot exist without our enabling. So we really need to stop doing that. And that's a lot about healing things in ourselves. If we feel we're not good enough, then we're going to think we have to do that to be good enough. If the mother feels like she's not a good mom, then, oh, well, I got to go do this so that my kid will love me because I'm not a good mom. And so I feel guilt and shame. So these are energies that are coming from fear. It's really important that our choices that we're making come from love and come from alignment. So, is there any questions, Amnon?
No, but I want you to stop and start your video again and keep going.
Oh my God. Okay, did it get stuck again? All right.
But keep going.
Yes, I love technology.
I didn't like what you said about technology.
Is that better?
Just keep going. It'll come back.
Okay, okay. All right. So, basically on the relationship situation again, it's really important that when we are cultivating relationships that we really are present with each other and that we can really allow each other to be who we are and really encourage that. And that's something that I've witnessed growing up, where when I was in situations where I didn't really feel that others loved me for who I was, they didn't really want to see me, they wanted me to be something for them. That's something that's really important that we all pay attention to on ourselves, that we are loving each other for who we are and that we're encouraging each other to grow in healthy directions, but that we're not trying to manipulate and control people and to make them basically little puppets of what we want them to be, because that's not going to really be a loving relationship for us or for them. It will end up being, overall, it'll end up feeling quite unsatisfactory, and lots of drama and chaos will come from that situation. So it's really important that we really love each other for who we are, and that we move with our power and that we take up space, that we claim our power and we give ourselves permission to shine. We give ourselves permission to be true to ourselves and have authenticity and to live with integrity. All of this is very important for our happiness and our well-being. So when it comes to relationships, I feel that ultimately, if we can just keep it really simple and focus on our own self-love, staying in our own alignment, and really observing others rather than absorbing their stuff when they're hurting, it's okay if you're very empathic. I'm a very empathic being, and so sometimes I have to really, with my family, be very mindful that I don't go in and try to take on their stuff and like absorb it, because that can be very distracting and disrupting to my energy. But it's important that we share our love and that we do go connect. Sometimes the most important thing our child needs is for us just to lay next to them and let them know we love them when they're hurting, or to just be present with someone. You don't even have to speak sometimes. If there's someone grieving or they're moving through something, just be with them. But it's important that we really allow them to be who they are and we love them for that. And that we are mindful that we don't absorb their energy. Because if we're a mother that's very close to our children, we love our children, and they're hurting, and we empathically go in and just absorb and try to take their stuff on, try to fix it for them, then we really are causing ourselves to feel suffering that's not necessary, and we're taking away an opportunity for that child to learn and grow, because they've attracted that situation as a soul to teach them and to help them evolve. So healthy boundaries are very important, and again, self-love, it all comes down to that. It's quite simple. So I encourage each of you to really look at how you're living your life. Look at what your relationships are like right now. Are they ideal? Are your relationships healthy? Are they balanced? Are they loving, respectful? Or do you feel like most of the people in your life disrespect you? Do you disrespect them? Do you feel like you're surrounded with a bunch of drama and gossip? And if so, what can you do to change that? Sometimes those situations will come to test us to grow in new directions, and that's something that we need to all be ready for. And I would say that's probably one thing that I sense with clients that I work with that is probably one of the more challenging and frightening things for them is when they realize that there's a situation that has come to them that's really pushing on them and it's causing them great suffering, and it's showing them that they may need to let that situation or that person go, or they may need to walk away from that job and go into the unknown. And that can be very frightening for our ego because it just wants to always know the plan and know what's going on. But for our soul, as we learn to trust and know that this universe is supporting us and loves us, and that everything that is falling away from us is something that's no longer serving us, then we can really start to move with passion and purpose and joy, even through the things that seem like, some would call failures. We can learn to look at the hidden nugget of goodness there, the little miracle that is waiting for us through a door that's closing, because that means there's another door about to open. So it's important that we stay open and learn to go with the flow and really live in trust and live in faith. And again, self-love. And right now, I feel that for myself, this past week, it's been pretty heavy energy, and I've just noticed a lot of really serious situations coming to me with clients, like people really struggling, like to where people have been saying they don't know if they want to live. And I've had several clients I've helped through that kind of intense energy, and I've just felt this heaviness, and it's been really important for myself to just rest a lot and go into meditation and, take salt baths and just kind of detox my aura after working with clients, and just doing my breathing exercises, my pranayamic breathing and my yoga
Yes.
and things like that to keep myself in balance so that I can handle these situations as they come. So for the healers and the mothers, the parents, moms, dads out there, I encourage you to really look into activities that will cultivate greater self-love and care. Maybe, joining a yoga class, or maybe just going for nature walks every day and eating more healthy, getting enough rest,
Yes.
taking time in the day to meditate and just be can be very powerful. And that's you showing others self-love. A mother that's exhausted, that just keeps working and doing for others until she's totally empty, and then she's angry and she's frustrated, is just really teaching that she has no value or worth, and she's teaching her children that. So a mother that can have the balance to say, okay, I'm done for the day, I've done what I could do, you guys need to leave me alone for a little while, I'm going to go meditate, and I'm going to go rest, do my yoga, I'm going to go to a yoga class, and then I'll come back and handle life again, is really teaching her family that she's valuable and that she is loved and that she should be respected because she's taking the time to do that for herself. So I really encourage each of you to look into your own self-nurturing and your care and see if you've been doing that well lately. And it doesn't really matter if you've done it before, but are you doing it now? Because everything comes down to this now moment. So, tuning in and making sure that you are taking care of yourself now. And if you need more rest, take it. If you need a break from everybody, take that break. Go on a nature hike or something. So it's very important that we listen to that.
Tanya,
Yeah.
Jonathan in the chat is saying, "You are awesome, Mrs. Love. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I'm in a 15-year relationship, but my partner is making many unhealthy choices. I try and approach her as soft as possible to discuss my feeling, but we just end up fighting. I don't like arguing, but she needs to gear me. I think
Here.
gears me. What can I do different? I love her."
Okay. So that's an example of, and the things that she's doing unhealthy, it kind of comes down to like, what are you feeling is unhealthy and what are you willing or not willing to tolerate? Because that's something very individually, designed to a soul. But for example, if that person is doing things that are